It's an incident that's been bugging me for 40 years. Did Viv Richards really order Richard Gabriel from the field for poor fielding? Or did the commentators get it very wrong?
And I bet Viv Richards is absolutely furious. Richards has got his hands on his hips. He's glaring down towards the square point area, and now he's taking disciplinary action.
Well, that's amazing.
That wasn't the only drama on the day, as Australia and the West Indies played out the first ever tie in a one-day cricket match back in 1984.
Is run out and the West Indies win. What an end to a magnificent final. A tie, so the West Indies win the Benson Hedges World Series Cup. Scores are level.
Richard Gabriel was a hard-hitting batsman from Trinidad and Tobago who played in the 1983-4 World Series Cup.
And he's away again. It's in the air and it's safe, landing just inside the circle, but it'll go for four. Richard Gabriel is unorthodox, but very, very dangerous.
But he didn't have a good tournament and never played for the West Indies again.
And there'll be a little sigh of relief out there because Gabriel, who hasn't really played all that well this year, was beginning to look very dangerous.
During the Australian innings, regular captain Clive Lloyd left the field, leaving Viv Richards in charge.
And at the moment, Clive Lloyd off the field. Viv Richards on the field at the moment, in charge.
The fielding that day wasn't great, and Viv wasn't afraid to let his feelings be known.
Well, Viv Richards will scream the place down at that.
Yes, the wheel's starting to fall off for the West Indian side.
Fine shot from Vessels. But it can't get past Harper. Although the misfield to pick the wide open spaces of the offside. Desmond Haynes with a desperate dive, but the ball beats him.
It's been pretty fast all over, but that area is quick.
A touch of panic here from the West Indians, there's no question about that.
It's high in the air. Gus Logie going back. Oh, and he's dropped it.
But it was this piece of fielding from Richard Gabriel that created the controversy, as the commentators believed Richards sent him from the field.
Oh, and a misfield. And he really has had a very ordinary day out there in the outfield.
And I bet Viv Richards is absolutely furious. Richards has got his hands on his hips. He's glaring down.
The commentators implied that Gabriel had been sent to Coventry.
And now he's taking disciplinary action.
Well, that's amazing because Gus Logie, who had 3 stitches in the split webbing in his hand, has come onto the field, and Kim Hughes is not too thrilled about it. He's having a chat to Viv Richards.
Now, Coventry means the state of being banished or ostracised, excluded from society by general consent. In an article for the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, Viv Richards cleared up the confusion caused by the commentary, saying, "I never sent Gabriel off the field because I wanted to discipline him, as the commentator said at the point in time," recalls Richards. Gabriel indicated that he had a hamstring problem, so I point that he could go off the field after that effort. I think Gabriel has finally been able to come clean with the incident and tell people what really happened on that occasion. As you can see here, Gabriel was pointing to his hamstring.
Richard Gabriel at deep point. Oh, and a misfield. And he really has had a very ordinary day out there in the outfield.
And I bet Viv Richards is absolutely furious. Richards has got his hands on his hips. He's glaring down towards the square point area, and now he's taking disciplinary action.
So there you have it, folks. Case closed.